speak. But you're absolutely right in terms of this product that God gave me. After I retired from Ford Credit, I had worked, like I said, there for 30 years. Started when I was in high school, so I got to retire at 47, which was a blessing.
That was
Been
Jesus.
retired now for 15 years,
everyone.
and I just,
listening to
I
When
find
Church
it
Lets
hard
Out
to
with
believe too
Christian
sometimes
Joy
just how
on the
God
Go
just
Radio,
had everything in
powering
place.
the
But the
voice
whole
of
time that I
community
worked at
and
Ford
change.
Credit, I also did
today I just
multi-level
want
businesses
to
on the side. So
talk
for
about faith a little
30
bit.
years
I
or
want to
more
talk
better
about
of doing multi-level
how we
business. So you take those two combinations, and then he gives me
our
an invention.
situations, the things that we can do to, I guess, better our mindsets so that we don't just go off blaming God and
Glamour shot
it's the
talk
devil
with your
and
host.
this is just how life is. But just really holding on to the fact that you're going through for a purpose and for a reason. And one thing I'm reminded of is just looking back over my life and having to understand, yes, life can be hard, whether you're saved or not, life is hard. There are many things that we will be attacked with. There are many times where things will just pop off and we're just trying to understand, get some clarity, like, Lord, what is going on? Why is this happening right now? But all he wants you to do is trust him and have faith in him. Just have a little faith. Faith is the core reason why someone believes something or goes after it, even when they don't always see everything in place. Everything will not always be how it seems. And I know that when you continue to press on, it may not always look better, but it will get better. I am reminded of Job. And many times we sometimes have those slight experiences. Job was a righteous man. And, there's a conversation between the adversary and God. And God's like, have you considered my servant Job? Because God knew that Job had enough faith that whatever was about to happen, that he was going to stay true to God, stay true to what he knew. He wasn't going to fall out and faint because situations had arisen and it looked bad, it looked bleak, it looked just chaotic. And it got chaotic for him. He got sick. He lost his children. He lost everything that he had. And he had friends to come and discourage him and question him. But I'm here to let you know that even though we're questioned and even though it seems like it's always bad and this is how my life has always been, just have a little faith. Faith goes a long way. Faith the size of the mustard seed. Mustard seed is very small, but the plants that grow is multiplies. It doesn't just stay a seed. And I believe that God can equip us with his word and through prayer with the strength to endure. A lot of times we magnify our situations. We make them bigger than they are. I don't have the money. I want to go to school, but I don't have it. My job situation is back and forth, and it may as well can be. But I'm here to encourage you that if you just have a little faith and hold on and trust that God will help you through it, he will. My saying, I always say, fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. That's my favorite line. I don't know if I heard it somewhere or just started saying it. And I know it's been said that many people say, and I see it all over the place. But I'll be like, fix it, Jesus, because he's the only one that can fix it. But sometimes we have to have in our mind say, he's already fixed it. And we have to have the faith to know that he already fixed it. Because if we continue with the mindset, it's not going to get better, it's not going to get better, then it's going to feel like the situation is going to carry on longer and longer and draw out. And it's just like, Lord, you see me. And I had to tell a friend on last night, don't charge God foolishly. He's there to help you. But a lot of times we like to hold on to our situations. We like to hold on to it, to our problems, because that's what we know, or it's right there in front of us, and we don't allow our spiritual eyesight to go further than our problems. So then we're stuck in the place of, okay, I'll always be here. I'm stuck here. There's no way out. But there is a way out. I believe it. I know it, because back when I was about 13 years old is when I really had to figure out why in the world things were changing in my life. Why was it one way and now it's changed? Why does it feel like everyone has turned against me? But I had let my faith get low. I didn't pray and ask God to increase my faith like I should have and help me, and I wasn't in my word like I was supposed to. So there was nothing for me to fall back on. I was stuck in my own feelings, and my faith was dwindling because I looked at my situation and felt like that was the only place I was going to be. Depression gripped me. Suicidal thoughts backhanded me left and right. And being a young girl and dealing with depression and things like that, I can tell that now. That's my testimony. I've had to overcome. But I was looking too much at my situation. And I didn't put my faith in God like I should have. And yes, I was saved. But that does not mean that our faith will not be tried. That does not mean that sometimes our faith will get tested. Because it will. Whether the devil tests us or God tests us. It doesn't matter. Life will always test us. Sometimes God will say, okay, in this season, in this transition, you're going to go through this. Or this is what you're going to have to deal with. And you're like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna endure with patience. And that's another aspect of life, having patience. And not, falling out and just, oh Lord, I'm burdened down once again. But no, sometimes you have to have patience. Sometimes you're in the fire a little longer because you have not learned that. Or you have not learned about having faith. So sometimes God will still keep you in the fire until he burns away those things that you shouldn't have anymore. Doubt and bitterness and feeling like, okay, this is where I'm always going to be. And if you're tuning in for the first time, I'm just encouraging you all to have a little faith and to realize that it's going to get better. Because if your destination is heaven, and if you're living the way that the Bible says, God's word written by his people, then I believe that you can have the mindset it's going to get better. But if you choose to doubt, and if you choose to go astray, then yes, your eyesight will be limited. Your faith will be limited. And I can say this for a fact, being saved and growing in God has increased my faith. Because he's shown me from time to time, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I don't have to fear because he's with me. We have to get that mindset like David had. He is with me through it all. He has not left you. He said he will never leave you nor forsake you. The thing is, we leave God. And we make it seem like he done left us. But no, we're holding on to things. We stray away. And he's waiting for us to come back. He's waiting for us to lay our burdens down to him. When will you decide that you're tired of doubting God. You're tired of being in the same place or not allowing yourself to grow within the situation. Situations are not all bad. Circumstances are not all bad because they teach us something. They teach us where we need to grow. They teach us where we need to do better, whether it's loving more, giving more, praying more, fasting more. When you're in a situation, that is the time where you need to press. You need to press even harder. There's a saying that says, don't let the devil see you sweat. But I'm sweating, but I'm pressing. I'm not stopping. I'm not fainting. I'm not falling out. Because I'm waiting on God to fix my issue. But until then, I'm going to have faith in him. I hope that you are encouraged today to keep pressing on and to give it to God, whatever it may be. Whether it's drama in the family, work situations are not looking good. Whether you feel burdened down because you don't feel loved anymore, or you feel like nothing ever goes right in your life. And let me tell you something, if you're still breathing, then that's enough, and that should be enough, to give God some praise, honor, and glory. Just to be able to see a new day is enough for me, I can say, to tell God, thank you for not allowing me to die in my mess and not allowing me to die in doubt. Because I believe if we hold on, we show the devil that, yeah, my circumstances are hard, but I'm not going to give up. And yes, we get tired sometimes, and we get on that level of being weary. But be not weary in well-doing, for in due season you shall reap if ye faint not. Too many of us are fainting. Too many of us are throwing in the towel. Too many of us are giving up on life and giving up on ourselves and giving up on our children and our friends because we are lacking faith. We are lacking the press. But I tell you today, those who are tuning in or will be tuning in, to continue to press and ask God to increase your faith. It's okay to admit that my faith is a little low. I don't know if I truly trust God like I should. It's okay to admit that, because then you know that you're not in a denial state. You know that you're in a state that you need help. And you need God to continue to push you through. I hope and pray that we will get in the mindset that though our tests and trials are hard, that we can keep going. I hope that God will bring some people in your life to just give you an encouraging word. Whether they're just passing by, whether they've been in your life and they're just now becoming active, or they're just entering your life and they're a true encouragement to you. I pray that God blesses us all with people to keep us going and to continue to push us. Because sometimes we just need someone to give us that word saying, you can make it, you can do it. And then there are times where you have to encourage yourself in the Lord. Say, with God, I can do all things because he gives me strength. Because God can do the impossible. He's the Almighty God. And so this has been When Church Lets Out with your girl, Christian Joy, on the Go Radio, part of the Voice of Community Change. And I hope that you're encouraged today to keep the faith. Just have a little faith. A little faith goes a long ways. And until then, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, God bless.